Good evening and welcome to A Zealous Heart Part 3, Truth Unveiled. I was born to a strict single dad in a rich mansion in the middle of town. Much to my father's disappointment, I became a rowdy one, careless and constantly ignoring my father's advice. I was only committed to being in a theft gang with friends, causing the worst we could at any given time. In one of our heists, I met your father, Daryl, and it was love at first sight, something I never thought could happen to the likes of me. After a month of a roller coaster love journey, your father asked me to quit the gang. Strangely, it wasn't difficult for me at all. I guess that's how much I had grown to love your father. While I was on my way to tell your father my decision, Kwekwe called and asked me to meet her at the bank because Daryl was waiting for me. Indeed, he was. However, the gang leader had him at gunpoint. Apparently, he was a detective sent undercover to investigate us. I became the weakling. I was just a means to achieve his mission. My face fell. When I looked back up into his eyes, I knew he did genuinely love me. His eyes showed regret, probably for the many things he left unsaid. In the stillness, the police arrived. A shootout ensued, and it was in the crossfire that your father saved me by losing his own life. He held my hand, smiled, and left me forever. For a long time, I felt responsible for the death of your father. I sulked so much that I withdrew from everyone and gave you to Kwekwe to take care of. I was a murderer. There was no way I could be a mother. Kwekwe held on to that and controlled me with it. I'm sorry, son. I really am sorry. Kuja felt speechless for a moment and sighed. Growing up, I never wished for a perfect mother, one without faults. I just wished for a loving one, and here you are. It's been a rough past, but let's make it better, shall we, Mum? 3 years on, and Kujo and I have been the happiest. Just look at him on stage, being honored for topping his senior high class. Looking back, I am grateful to God for the journey, and I know without a doubt that Daryl watches us always. As for Kwekwe, we don't hear from her often, but deep down, I wish we could be family again. But until that happens, we pray, and I focus on being the best mother for my dear son. The end. Thank you for being on the Zealous Heart series. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Good night.